So I wanted to give a little explanation before this video. So this was filmed before the Rona, and it was still quite cold when I filmed it. It's, very nice and warm now. And the whole situation, really changed the focus of my channel for a while. So I was focusing, more on the situation in Poznan, what's going on, and not as much on my old backlog that I'm getting through right now. So you'll get to see, basically, I'm going to leave from Opava, I'm going to go through Ostrava, and on my way back to Poland, and I'm going to give a talk at the university and get to explore the city. And there's going to be a whole new cast of characters. Okay, so I'm all done with everything that I wanted to do in Opava, and I was here for close to 2 weeks. We got a lot of work done, and I'm going to head home to Poland, but on the way back, I'm going to stop by Ostrava, which is the third biggest city in the Czech Republic. It's about 300,000 people or so, and I'm in contact with some people in the math department over there, so I'm going to give a talk and explore the city and see what I can find. So I am here now in Ostrava, and I'm with Professor Jan Baranski, and my talk is in about an hour, so we're gonna go to lunch and see what we can find around here, and maybe some burger place or something.
Yeah, we have a very good burger place around here, so. That's our place.
So there's an interesting result by one of my co-authors, Joseph Van de Heij, and he proved conditionally on the generalized Riemann hypothesis that the set of numbers that are continued fraction normal, but then not normal in any base, is uncountable. So, and probably there's a way to do it without the generalized Riemann hypothesis, but no one has any idea right now.
Thank you.
So we're going to see this crazy green tower here. Apparently it can go all the way up. There's an elevator that never ends, it just goes in circles. And we have another person with us. We have Piotr Opava.
Hello.
Who's also Polish.
Yes.
So we're in Czech Republic. We have two Polish. We have Jan, who we just ran into earlier. And then there's myself and Piotr. Okay, so we're at the, was it Radnica, Mista, Ostrava?
Yeah. City Hall of Ostrava.
You might die on this elevator? Like, how does this work exactly? Like, you get to the top, you're double thinking what?
No, it's just that, it goes all the way up, and then it kind of turns to the side and then goes down. And when you reach the highest floor, it says get off. But you don't need to really, because you'll just go like that and then go down. But yeah. I've done it many times, and each time I'm doing it again, I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like I might get squeezed again, so like squished.
Yeah, it could happen.
But it doesn't happen ever. It's just this thing that it never stops. So you feel like you have no control.
Safety first in the Czech Republic, right? Always. So of all the people who've been to this tower, let's see, I'm from Detroit. It looks like I'm not the first one here. I'm much more interested in who came from like way up there or something. So here we have a view of the wonderful city of Ostrava. This is kind of like what they had in the Eiffel Tower, but not as high up. What's the name of that river down there?
Ostravica.
Ostravica.
And you can see
Nova Carolina.
Steel.
Mm-hmm. What else do we have around here?
Let's see. There is a soccer stadium.
Maybe back there?
Yeah, it's Banic Ostrava.
And are they as crazy about soccer in Czech as they are in Poland?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So normally you can see Poland over there.
Yeah, because we're right on the Polish border. For anyone who doesn't know, like we're really, really close. I'm just going to take a bus over to Katowice on the way back. So it's not that far. The city, about 300,000 or so people here, right? It's obviously very windy up here, still a bit cold. I think they're better bundled up than I am because I lost my hat at some point. But otherwise I'd be wearing it, so the whole trip in Czech I haven't had it. But we have a few other people joining us up here as well now.
So we sometimes joke that if your research is not going well, this is like supposed to like help you like just finish yourself. Just get out, open the door, and just fall down.
Have you ever actually opened the door to see what's there?
No.
So this is the sort of office that you get if you're at the University of Ostrava, because we have 2 floors to every office. Maybe that's not true, I don't know. But
That's very typical.
oh, it's typical? Like this is, yeah,
Of course.
Of course. And there's some mystery up here, it's dark, we'll see what we find. Just get these. We have a nice view, of course.
Beautiful that which switches off.
Oh yeah, this is nice. If you're in Ostrava, you can just look out of this at your window every time.
Maybe some of the research we've done.
There's no chalkboards in Ostrava, only high-tech, whatever. What are these called? Smart boards or something?
I think so.
Something like that, yeah.
What was that about? I think it was about crookedness and the pseudo arc. Yeah.
All right, so I'm here with Alex.
So hello everyone, my name is Alex Tishenko. I come from Ukraine originally, but I've been living in Ostrava for like 2 years, slightly longer. So probably today we will have like a slight course around Ostrava. I will give some information to you. So I've been to a couple excursions before, so I will try to transfer some information left.
So
To share some knowledge.
We'll see all the a lot of the standard stuff, and maybe if we get some time, some weird stuff. I need to catch my bus back to Katowice, then to Poznan. So
yeah, it's like it was built like at the beginning of the 20th century, like I suppose in 1909 or something, and it was just the border of the city at that time.
Okay.
So actually, just from that side, people had their farms, so it was like the end.
So this over here, this is farmland.
It was the end. Yeah.
You know, especially like that fancy-looking building there. That doesn't look like that was a farm 100 years ago.
No, it was like there was some huge coal mining company, and it was the office of their main solicitor.
Huh.
So like in the first floor, he had his office, and in the second floor, it was like his apartment mostly.
Oh, and that's kind of a interesting looking building. So the priest used to live there?
Yep. So like he was working in the church, and it was like the house he ran.
I see.
As you know, it was like the end of the city, so like probably some woods, some farms.
Yeah, it looked very different back then. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I just figured that this city would have been more kind of just like the same when it was old, you know, like back then. Because like you think of these European cities, like a couple hundred years ago, they don't look too much different in these types of places.
I think it's so much different from what I used to see in Europe, especially like in Germany and Austria.
Yeah.
Even in Prague, you know, because like it's a traditional style of building the city when you have like some old fortress inside.
Yeah.
Which is surrounded by some newer buildings, but it doesn't work here. So because originally there were several villages around Ostrava, who joined at some point. They understood that they could show or have some more benefit if they just join together. So they decided to, well, to become one city. So you will not find like this fortress here, to tell the truth. There is one fortress, but it's not the same type of thing. So we can go that way.
This way?
Yeah.
All right.
You can see some coil down there over the window, because like the guy wanted to say like, thank you coil for making us rich and so on, so he decorated his house.
Coal.
Yeah, coal.
Oh shit! Oh wow! Hold on. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that. So those are little bits of coal, and the other one, and the fancy decoration.
Yep.
Oh, that's strange.
But the company was extremely rich and powerful at that time, so they could afford everything they
Yeah.
really want.
I think this is the park on the way to the math department, right?
Yeah, the math department is over there. I saw that you met Mariusz Pudzanowski, yeah?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, quite. Because like I haven't heard anything of him, because when I was younger, I was a fan of The Strongest Man, and when I had a chance, I usually watched this competition. It was kind of fun. for me.
World's Strongest Man is
Yeah,
great. I
yeah,
think you guys
uh-huh.
had a Vasilia Varstup.
Yeah, they had a really, but he is more like a showman these days. I'm not really
Oh,
sure
okay.
if he keeps
But
on.
he
training.
used to be pretty solid, as I remember.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean-
Mariusz looks like this athletic type, and Vasily is more like this natural power. I don't know.
Well, most strongmen are like that, though. I mean, it's actually very rare that Putin has like the abs and everything.
Yeah.
Competing in strongman. I mean, I didn't do it at any high level,
Uh-huh.
but like I mean, it's crazy. Like you're training for this. You're pulling these cars around. Like these little kids in the neighborhood come out. They're like looking like, what the hell are you doing
And
and all
does he
that.
live in Poznan as well?
Well, I haven't done it in Poznan. I mean, it was more than the last time I did it was a little over 10 years ago.
Oh. Uh-huh.
But it was the training was hilarious, like, to be honest. And I ruptured a bicep tendon in my last competition and needed, it's about a year recovery. I needed surgery to repair it. And but I competed more in powerlifting, so it's that's. I mean, strongman, it's actually a very athletic thing. Like, you need a lot of conditioning.
So this is like the ancient part of the city. I don't know.
So it's like the old town or something we might call it that we're entering.
Yeah. It's like, I suppose some aristocracy, used to live here, I suppose. Because if you notice, during the Second World War, like all the Jews were actually killed by Nazis. So like there were lots of Jews in Ostrava before the war started. But unfortunately, almost less than 1,000 left.
Oh wow, yeah, that's.
So here you can see that was like a Jew who lived here.
So that means that there was a Jew who lived here
Yeah.
who was killed by the Nazis.
So she was killed on October 22nd, in 1942 in Treblinka.
Oh, Treblinka, the concentration camp. Yeah. This,
And you can see the squares around the city.
oh, I didn't realize that was okay. I didn't even notice those.
I
Yeah,
suppose you may meet that in Poland as well. I suppose it's more like a traditional sign of
Well,
giving honors to these persons.
this is something that, like, in the United States, like, we don't even think of. I mean, we hear about all this, but it's just, we haven't had war on our home soil in any recent time.
But my region, the region where I come from, it suffered a lot during the World War II. So the Soviet Union suffered a lot. But unfortunately, these days we have a war conflict really close to our borders. I mean, like, the war happens like 200 kilometers away from my home, so it's not so nice. So it's like, I don't know the exact name of this cathedral, but it's like the biggest one and the one you can see if you take a look at any picture of Ostrava. So it's like, you can come close and maybe we can even get inside if it's open, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's see if we can go in.
It's the cathedral of the saint survivor in Ostrava, I suppose. So now we'll get inside the building to show it to you.
Okay. Dobry den.
But most of the young people, there is like a special street for clubs,
Yeah.
for beer drinking and so on, for having fun.
Yeah.
She's like also not so far from here.
Well, I'm used to in a lot of European old towns that like the main square is where everyone's drunk and walking around. Like in Poznan, for example, that's what you have.
I think it works slightly in a different way here. So
Yeah.
it's like it's officially the central square.
Always important to have a KFC or McDonald's in the central square.
Unfortunately.
Every city in the world, probably.
It's like the city museum, the yellow building. They used to have like a Christmas market in this region, like a Christmas tree. So like the atmosphere was amazing.
Oh yeah, if I was here a little earlier, maybe they would have
But
it. Yeah.
today it looks so lonely. And
Yeah,
empty.
it kind of does. You're right.
Not so much fun today.
Yeah. It's cold today too, so.
And like I guess 2 or 3 weeks before there was like the hockey championship here for junior, like these under 20 years old,
Uh-huh.
and the city was full of Canadian supporters.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll have no trouble with this weather.
So here it goes, like probably from this one.
So it's these things that you wanted to show me. These like big tanks with
I
like.
the design.
Well, it looks like a face on the front. Like really, like look at that.
A
Yeah.
smile.
Well, Ostrava's all about smiles, right?
The history of the city. So different tiles contain different information about some outstanding events of the city's history.
What does this one say about?
So the city, like the railway, started its functioning on the way between like 2 parts of Ostrava in 1894.
I guess Místní is maybe city.
Yeah, it's like city railway.
Okay, like Misto or
Yeah.
Miasto. Is-
Drahi is like a railway, but I don't know. Yeah, we have quite good singers down there these days, but they're not probably so popular in Europe anyhow.
You like Alina Grossu?
It's not.
Are you a
the
fan of
best.
Alina Grossu?
Definitely not. I mean, I truly believe that her talent is supported by her mommy's money, so it's not exactly the true
So
talent.
Baku.
I have no clue what they are singing, so
Yeah.
you can take a look at that side. So like a green,
Which
nice
thing?
color combination.
Oh yeah. It's nice. Well, I got another one for you. This isn't Ukrainian, but musi, pussy. What about that one?
Миленький мой,
Milenki moi.
я горю, я вся во вкусе, рядом с тобой. I don't remember like.
Муси, муси, пуси, пуси, маленький мой, я горю, я вся во вкусе, рядом с тобой, я как...
That one.
Миленький мой, горю, я вся во вкусе, рядом с тобой. Alright. So
Yeah.
you know, like this Russian pop much better than me.
I actually learned that from my brother like about 10 years ago. So we have this really nice mural of this woman on this just decrepit, abandoned, rundown building. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. Like I don't think I could ever imagine myself living in that. So that's, yeah, it looks like the shops here are abandoned as well.
Yeah, but it was functioning 2 or 3 weeks before, so now it's abandoned. So
Oh, so it's only been abandoned for 2 or 3 weeks. So it's already gotten like that in
Yeah,
2 or
yeah,
3
yeah.
weeks time.
like I've been here for 2 years, and like it's like that's how it looked when I came.
Okay.
So no changes. Thank goodness it's still on. And this is like the theater, the National Theater of Antonin Dvořák, which was like some national hero. He's like a well-known.
I think I saw this word before in Opava. Divadlo, is that like theater in Polish?
Yeah, theater.
Campus Palace is a student dormitory.
Yep, here like the, I don't know, like the most expensive one. Yeah, lots of students try to get a place here, but actually everything is booked like several months before the beginning of the studies.
I wish I lived in a palace when I was a student.
So you see how
This is
ugly it
the
looks. Yeah.
this is the one with had the mural on it, right? The abandoned one.
Yeah, yeah. The back side of it.
You know, there generally hasn't been that much graffiti in this country, but Okay, so we're going to the gigantic mall, you said?
Yeah,
or-
it's called Nova Carolina, like New Carolina.
Okay.
It's you'll see. I like the design of this building. I like something like the New York style or something.
So this is it here,
Yeah.
Forum Nova Carolina.
So now people are hunting for sales, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
It's like the district where all the basic industrial things were concentrated in the city.
Okay, I think this is what I saw from the Eiffel Tower of Ostrava.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
this
Yeah.
cool area, so that's it.
If you come closer, it will look really ugly, dirty and so on. But now it's like one of the places of interest. Like it's like Chernobyl in Ukraine or something like this. Something
The
bizarre,
Chernobyl of Ostrava.
outrageous, yeah.
So Ostrava has a Chernobyl and Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, like that
This-
combination.
This is a city that has something for everyone. Yeah. And these locks right here, this is something I think is maybe relatively unknown in the United States. This is when two couples seal
Yeah.
their love or something, and they put the
that's
locks
it.
on the bridge.
Exactly.
So
But I know that lots of people put it on the Charles Bridge in Prague.
oh
They
yeah, I
also
saw that.
hate this fact, and they use some sauce to cut it off.
Oh, well, that's breaking the love up. That's not nice. So I'm ending my glorious trip to Ostrava in Czech Republic, and this is the main train station. I'm going to be going back to Poland. I'm not going to be taking a train though. And here's Alex again. He helped me actually find the place. And there are going to be some buses, so I'm going to take a bus to Katowice, and then I'm going to go back to by train to Poznan after that. So I hope everyone found that interesting, and I'd like to remind everyone to like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. So I'm going to still go through a lot of my backlog on this that I didn't get through, but I'm still going to go to, I think, some very interesting places this summer. So I'm going to be posting a mix of kind of the old stuff and some of the new stuff. So the place I have really a ton of footage from is Kharkiv, Ukraine. So that's, I think I counted, it's probably going to be like 15 to 18 videos or something like that. It's going to be pretty crazy. But to me, it was a very interesting place. So don't forget to hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I upload the next video.